Oh wait, I gotta go this way, huh? Ooh. Hey guys, welcome back to channel May We See. I'm out here walking my dog on the winter solstice, which is the darkest day of the year, which is like perfect because there's a Scorpio moon, which is the peak of intensity when it comes to emotions. So I feel that this darkness, this extremely dark day, is really bringing up everything that we haven't made peace with in the past, and also like worry about the future. If you like aren't content with where you are, like that is going to be very potent today. So it is important that we bring our awareness back into ourselves and really realize, since the date is hello. Distracted. Okay, so it's 12/21, which the date like mirrors itself, which really is a potent like imagery and numerology for like as within, so without. So if we want to have a life that we enjoy, then we need to be joy within. And so the Scorpio moon squares the Sagittarius sun, which squares mean that there's a learning process. There's going to be a learning process of this reflection from our inner worlds to our outer worlds. We're going to go through like a deep process and understanding of how our emotions really are creating the life we want. So if we want to live a fulfilled life, then we need to choose to be fulfilled emotionally. And the Scorpio moon is just coming in with like really intense emotions, so we can really perceive like if we are actually being in a state of being that is fulfilled, so that we can therefore live a life that feels fulfilling. What else do I want to say about this? Oh yeah, so like as we like go throughout this day and the whole Scorpio moon transit, even though I'm pretty sure the sun's going to transfer over into Capricorn during the transit, the whole Scorpio moon transit, like we need to just ask ourselves, like let's like make it a thing to like label our emotions and like walk through the day. You're like, how am I feeling? You're like, okay, does this feeling match the vibration that I want my life to be? Yes or no? And it's like, if the answer is yes, then hallelujah, keep it up, try to maintain that vibe. But if the answer is no, then it's like we need to ask ourselves, like, well, what is keeping me from being in the vibe that I want to be in? Because the Scorpio moon transit really says that you're not allowed to switch energy signatures until you figure out what's holding you in that vibe. So Scorpio energy is like very healing, because you really have to face what you actually are needing to deal with and accept before you're allowed to like move on in frequency. So with that said, if we label an emotion and we realize that we're in an emotion that we don't necessarily want the essence of our lives to be, then we need to ask ourselves, like, what thought processes are keeping me in this vibe that I don't actually want to resonate at? What circumstances have I not accepted and brought peace into? Like, am I feeling guilty? Am I feeling regretful or remorseful or resentful, or any of those emotions? And like and also like worry for the future. Like like to bring acceptance into any of those emotions, like accepting that everything plays out divinely is like super essential. Like everything is always worked out exactly how it's needed to for the divine layout of this life to be correlated. So it's like if you're ever feeling guilty about something, like just know that it was divine because it happened and it was essential. Nisho! This man's out here chasing deer. And then also, like, if we're worried about the future, like, we really can't be content now. So it's important to just believe that, like, because everything played out divinely in the past, that it is like and bringing peace into that, just always have faith that everything is going to work out divinely as we keep walking. And just remember that, like, As long as you're present and here in your moment and listening to your intuition, you're always going to be taking the right steps now. So you don't need to have the whole bigger picture, because the whole bigger picture is rooted in this present moment. So as long as you're being your higher self and doing what you need to do to really bring peace into your life in your now moment, like, you are always going to be on the right step and doing exactly what you need to do for your life to play out exactly how you want it to, because we are creating the vibe. So it's really like our emotions are becoming really intense right now to be like, all right, like, do you want a vibe of all those past karmic cycles that you're resentful about and remorseful about, or do you want to like create a new life of this vibration that you actually want to live? And are you embodying that, or are you not embodying that? And that's kind of what this winter solstice is bringing all together, is like a reality check if we're actually doing that. Hello. Yeah, so we're kind of getting a reality check. It's like, hey, are my emotions aligned with my my fantasy life, like my dream life? Am I living my dream life? Am I being an embodiment of someone who could live the dream life that I want to live? And if that doesn't, if you yourself right now don't match up with the vibe that you want to be in your new life, then it's time to make changes, because there's not actually any space between who you want to be and who you are besides what you are doing. So if you want to like do something, then all you have to do is do it. Like, that's literally all you have to do, is just be the vibe that you want to be, and then your life will be that reality. Like, it'll take a while for it to butterfly effect into the reality, but the divine is correlating for us right now to where it's like, if you choose love, like, love is literally just going to manifest everywhere. But it's important that you're actually being that vibe, and this Scorpio moon is really just here to be like, intensely put it in your face if you're being in love or if you're not being in love, and letting that be known. And yeah, so the darkest day of the year is here before us to make sure that we choose to be the light and bring the darkness into the light, so then we can shed and walk into brighter days as we move forward. Much love, y'all. May we see.